Hi Libra, welcome to your March bonus reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on when I post new content over here. Hope you're doing well, Libra. As I'm recording this, it is March 14th. We are at the tail end of Pisces season, fastly approaching Aries season. We will be shifting into Aries season on March 19th. That is also the same day, depending on where you are in the world, of the spring equinox. That's in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, that would be the fall equinox. And we are also moving into eclipse season. So we have the full moon in Libra in your sign on March 25th. That's the same day of the lunar eclipse. And then we have the total solar eclipse on April 8th. And I would be remiss to not mention that on April 1st, on April Fool's Day, we are going to have Mercury in retrograde. So definitely energetically chaotic time. So hope you're taking care of yourself, Libra. Let's get started right away with your reading. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. What are the most relevant messages for Libra at this time? Five of coins in reverse. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Ten of swords. Let's get another card here. Let's get one more. Why not? Why not? Okay. All right, so these are interesting energies. We'll pull some more, but let's just start with what's here. So Five of Coins in reverse is actually a pretty good energy. When this is upright, Libra, this is about, you know, being left out in the cold, financial constraints, financial setbacks, fear of financial setbacks. In reverse, I would say that, like, maybe you are getting over a time where finances, resources have felt restricted. And maybe you've been really working on not allowing your fear of the unknown, your fear of, instability to control the way that you operate in the world. So I like to see the Five of Coins in reverse. I definitely think that that's a big accomplishment to be coming out of this. You know, maybe you were dealing with a bit of financial constraints and things have started to turn up after a while. And maybe you're just getting better at managing the resources that you have available to you. Ten of Swords. This is the Earth Magic Tarot, and the images are really quite interesting and intense. You know, this is, I think, you coming out of a time of feeling like you have been the sacrificial lamb. This is coming out of mental conflict. Maybe there's been a history, Libra, of you being the sacrificial lamb, of you having to sacrifice all of your wants, needs, and desires for other people, for your job, for your family, for your relationships, right? For each of you, this is going to show up totally different. This is a general energy reading, Libra. It's not a personal. If you're interested in a personal, click the link below. The only way to book a personal with me is via my website. But this is the end of it, right? And it's the end of a very, very painful cycle. Eight of Cups. Now, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is about walking away from people, places, and situations that have been emotionally unfulfilling and not working for you. And it's followed by the Eight of Swords. And I'm thinking in my head, this is the year of the eight. This is 2024. This is the work, right? And the Eight of Swords is mental entrapment, right? So it's like we have the Ten of Swords and then we have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords. And this is like, things are coming into clarity for you, right? You've been working on your fears around instability. You've been working around your lack mentality, which may be the thing, the ideas, the ways of being that have kept you in codependency and people pleasing, in a job that maybe wasn't recognizing you, was passing you over for raises, for promotions, keeping you in relationships that were draining you of everything. It's like things are going, if they haven't become clear yet, this eclipse season And this Mercury retrograde season is going to be very, very clear. It's going to be unavoidable for you to accept the fact that whatever this situation is, right? And for each of you, like I said, it's going to be different. The only way that you can remain is to continue to sacrifice your own wants, needs, desires, and values. And it's not going to be easy for you to walk away from a situation that you feel like you've invested a lot of time, energy, and resources in. And you're definitely going to be struggling with overthinking, right? But like, this is a card of mental entrapment. It's like, it's not easy, but when you see the truth, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay stuck just because that's the way it's always been? Or are you going to decide that even if this upsets certain people, I'm going to choose myself, I'm going to choose my happiness, my peace, right? And this isn't super surprising, especially with the retrograde and the eclipse energies, that there would be some back and forth. And it does look like whatever clarity is coming, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be painful. But the thing is that once the truth is revealed, it's going to help you gain clarity about how to move forward. But I do think that you're likely going to be struggling with making this choice. Are you going to stay stuck, or are you going to choose yourself? And I feel like this is kind of a continuation of the last reading to some degree. Although this is a much more mental energy and mental conflict, mental entrapment, potentially emotional manipulation by a job, by a family, by a relationship, whatever it is that is being clarified. It's like you have to decide if it's worth being true to yourself, honest with yourself. Ace of Wands. There is an opportunity for a brand new abundant future. I feel like this came up in your last reading too. There's going to be an offer, an opportunity to do something different, to move away from whatever this has been, whatever this painful situation has been. It could be an opportunity to move cities, states, countries. It could be a new job offer. It could be an opportunity for a new relationship, right? Depending on what your situation is looking like. Let's see what else comes through. Thank you, angel, spirits, and guides. Eight of Coins in reverse. King of Coins in reverse. Seven of Swords. Okay, Eight of Coins in reverse. And let me show you these cards upright. They're pretty interesting. So what I'm getting with the Eight of Coins in reverse and the King of Coins in reverse is, I think that you're used to everything being really hard. I think that you've got a belief system that work's always going to be hard. It's always going to be draining. I'm always going to have to burn myself out. If it's a relationship, it's always going to be difficult. I'm always going to have to fight for, you know, my place in the relationship. There's always going to be power dynamics. It's always going to be difficult. And King of Coins in reverse is like, the universe wants you to let go of this idea that you have to continue to do everything and to be in control. It's a like, this is a reframing. And I think there's an opportunity here to really go within, because a lot of times with the reverse cards and with this Mercury retrograde, this is like an opportunity and advice and a challenge for you to question your own belief system, right? Because this Ten of Swords energy, this Eight of Cups energy, this Eight of Swords energy here, and this Five of Coins, it's like, I'm starting to see this slightly different in the sense that like, this is actually an opportunity for you to come out of a situation that requires you, again, to be the sacrificial lamb, to do all the work, to deplete yourself energetically, emotionally, to constantly be questioning yourself. And there's this framework in your mind, this programming that you've been taught, that you have to be constantly doing everything, juggling everything, that it's time to question. This idea that unless you're working 24/7 and burning the candle at both ends and constantly giving your time to other people, that if you let go of that idea, that somehow it's not going to work out for you. And this is like your opportunity when things start to be exposed, when truths start to come to light, and when you can no longer deny the fact that this situation, whatever it is, work, family, friends, romantic partnership, when this truth comes to you, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to revert to the old patterns? Or are you going to actually be open to something new? Now, granted, Seven of Swords, be strategic. Don't be dumb. Don't be rash. It's just about actually being open to the truth no matter how hard it is, right? The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. But once you get that truth, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to stay stuck in mental entrapment, overthinking yourself, doubting the truth that is so very plainly clear? Or are you going to be like, wait, there are actually other options, and start to understand how you've kept yourself stuck, not because you're a bad person, but because you have these old belief systems where you believe that work has to be hard and miserable. Romantic relationships have to be where I'm doing all the work and I'm constantly responsible for everything that's going on. And unless I'm doing, unless I'm giving, I'm not going to get what I deserve. And the universe is like, that's not true, but whatever you believe is going to be true. Now, use whatever is being revealed to your advantage. Take a step back, right? Retrograde, eclipse season. No one's telling you to rush a decision. Be strategic, right? Allow what needs to be revealed and clarified to be revealed so that you can figure out how to move forward for yourself in the best way. But don't say no to another way of being, a new opportunity, a new offer, just because of the fact that you still have this outdated thinking about how things are supposed to go for you and the belief that everything has to be hard, because it doesn't actually have to be. Now, the hard part of this is going to be letting that go and moving away from old patterns, old relationships, old connections that you feel like you've invested in. But like, if you're the only one giving, what are you actually getting out of it? Like, don't you actually deserve to be happy, Libra? I don't know. You get to decide that. If you don't believe you deserve to be happy and you decide you want to be a martyr, I mean, you can do that. I wouldn't advise it. I mean, that story gets old real fast. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I'm going to clarify with the Modern Witch Tarot. If this is resonating, Libra, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah. Seven of Wands in reverse. I think you're a bit conflict avoidant. I don't think you want to fight. And that can be a shadow aspect of your sign, Libra. I just got to keep it real. You like to keep the peace, but if you keep the peace with everyone else, you're going to start a war within yourself. At some point, you're going to have to stand up for yourself because you're the only one that can do that. Seven of Swords again. When these truths come to light and when it becomes clear that the only way that this job, that this relationship, that this dynamic worked was for you to be the sacrificial lamb, you have to make that decision about whether or not how you want to work with those truths, right? And interesting, Eight of Cups upright, clarified by the Eight of Cups in reverse. I think there's going to be back and forth. You're going to really struggle with this decision to walk away from this job, from this home, from this relationship, from this way of being. It's not going to be easy. I don't think it's supposed to be easy to make this decision, but I think it's about asking yourself why. If it's so obvious that you're not actually getting a return in your investment, why is it so hard for you to walk away? What is the real fear here? The Devil. This is about codependency, people-pleasing, obsessions, addictions. Look, we all have toxic patterns, thoughts, ways of being in relationships and jobs, whether it's workaholism, or the need to climb the ladder at the, while you're sacrificing your own mental health and well-being, whether it's staying in a super toxic relationship, right? We can get addicted to those toxic dynamics, believe it or not. People don't always want to accept that. This is about shadow work. The devil is about like, just because you have these toxic patterns, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person, Libra. It just means you're human. But unless you are willing to confront your own demons and the ways that you are keeping yourself trapped, Eight of Swords, in your own patterns and your own ways of thinking and your own self-sabotaging behaviors, like, you have the ability to free yourself. In this card, you can see these individuals have chains around their neck, but they're loose, which means what? You have the power to change. You have the power to walk away. You have the power to identify the behaviors, the relationships, the connections that are no longer working for you, and to decide, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be miserable anymore. I don't want to sabotage my own happiness and well-being anymore. But you have to make that choice. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Starting something new is going to require you to acknowledge that whatever you've been holding on to, whether it's a job or a relationship, that you may have thought it was going to lead to long-term stability, but is only depleting your energy. It is not fulfilling, and it's never going to change. So you get to decide, are you going to stay stuck in a situation that is not fulfilling and is only ever going to drain you, or are you going to take a chance to move towards something new, something better? I don't know. Seven of Pentacles, you have to acknowledge when you're watering a dead plant. You have to acknowledge when you've done everything that you can do and it's not changing and it's not growing and you're not getting a return on your investment. You can keep watering this dead plant, but I think it's rotted at the roots. I'm not saying that's an easy truth, Libra. It's absolutely not easy. Five of Wands, conflict is going to be necessary. If you want to be happy, if you want to find peace, well-being, happiness, fulfillment, long-term stability, you're going to have to fight for what you want. Whether this is fighting yourself and your own patterns of behavior, your beliefs about what it means to be a good person, or if it's dealing with the conflict of other people when you finally choose yourself, conflict is unavoidable. I know you don't want to hear that, Libra, but that's what they're saying. Six of Cups. This is my card of inner child healing. You got to choose yourself. No one else is going to do it. And I think that this definitely goes back to childhood programming. Most of us, Libra, have been conditioned to sacrifice our own happiness and well-being for others. Most of us have been programmed to be easily manipulated and to stay stuck in jobs and friendships and relationship dynamics that only continue to reinforce those messages that unless we constantly sacrifice ourselves and we constantly work ourselves to death and we deplete ourselves, that we're not good enough. And this is your opportunity to heal those old thought patterns, those old belief systems that made you feel like you weren't good enough. You are good enough, but you're the one that has to decide that and heal that idea within yourself. And it's going to be by choosing you and choosing what fills your cup, what makes you happy. This is definitely not easy energy, Libra, so I'm sending you lots of love. It's just a matter of what you decide to do. It's an opportunity, and the universe is going to make it really clear during retrograde season and during this eclipse season. And then it's a matter of, are you going to accept the truth, or are you going to continue to stay stuck? I don't know. You tell me, Libra. If the messages resonated for you, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know how this is showing up for you. I'm going to leave it there, Libra. I'm going to pull a couple cards from the messages from the Light Meditation deck. This is an intuitive deck. Stillness. Go into meditation, take a step back. I would never advise you to make a choice that doesn't feel in alignment for you. But take a step back, take time to yourself, go out into nature, meditate, journal, go to the gym, whatever you need to do to clear your mind so that you can get clear on who you are, what you want, versus being so worried about everyone else and what they're going to think if you do choose yourself. Contemplation. Yep. There's a lot for you to reconsider, to rethink, to reprocess, to reframe in your mind about the path forward. And I think meditation, moving your body, getting out into nature is going to help you to find the time to really consider how you want to move forward in this next process, awakening. This is an opportunity for you to awaken to yourself and to a strength I think that you didn't know was there, and a peace that you didn't know was possible, Libra. I'm going to pull one more card to close this out from the Mother Earth Mandala Oracle. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. What final messages we have for Libra? Shikana, card number 3. Pull this from the deck. I hope these messages are supportive for you, Libra. If they are, don't forget to like and subscribe. Sending you lots of love at this time. The Shikana, also called the Inca cross, is one of the most respected symbols of the Incan culture. It represents the different levels of life and the access towards the cosmic consciousness. The shamans use the center hole to transit in between worlds. You can use this mystical tool to develop your connection to the ascending levels of existence and cross the doors that only you are the key to open. Visualize the Shikana turning around the central circle to activate this cosmic gate and let the shaman within you travel through. Your open mind can lead you to a world of unlimited possibilities. Can you perceive what is awaiting you? I think there's a lot of downloads, insights, revelations waiting for you. Whatever you believe is going to be true, and I'm telling you, Libra, there's something better and more fulfilling available to you. It's just a matter of whether or not you can get yourself to believe that you deserve to be happy, peaceful, fulfilled, loved, and appreciated. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Sending you lots of love, and I will see you next time, Libra. Bye.